What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy with EOAlive Sports, and today we're going to talk a little EOU softball. One of my favorite sports to watch. I mean, fast-paced. It's absolutely beautiful. This is all brought to you by Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Go through Union, go out the Union Highway, take a left, go up the hill, and check out what Dana and his team are doing. We're moving into spring. It's starting to get nice. I mean, we got some days coming where it's golf weather. So get out there, check out Buffalo Peak, and meet me at the peak. We talked numerous times with Coach Christian, and I mean, their number one goal is to make the national tournament. They started out the season ranked 4th in the CCC. OIT, Southern, and College of Idaho all ranked ahead of EOU. When the national poll came out, EOU jumped College of Idaho in the national poll, as they should be. EOU is the reigning CCC tournament champions in softball, finished in 2nd in the league last year, and I mean, I don't see how they end up preseason ranked in 4th in the conference, but it is what it is. We did lose our number one pitcher, but we have a pitcher right there to take her place. So I mean, I just don't get it, but it's all good. I sat down with a couple of upperclassmen from the team, and one of the girls, this is the second time I've talked to her, and like I said, softball is one of my favorite sports to watch and follow. So I mean, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable about softball and baseball than any other sport, so this is kind of my wheelhouse. But I love this EOU softball team. I've known Coach Christian for 25 years, and I just love what they're doing, more than 25 years actually, and I just love what she brings to the Eastern Oregon, University athletic department. She's absolutely amazing. My first guest, she's a senior, Madison Olson. Here it is. Maddie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So, how'd you end up at EOU?
Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play after my JUCO, and then we came on a visit here with some friends, and I just really like the environment, and it's very different from where I'm from, Moses Lake. Like, lots of trees, lots of mountains, and I just thought it would be fun to experience at least once.
So you were planning on transferring to a 4-year school. You just didn't know if you were going to play softball?
Yeah.
Why not? You were a NWAC All-American. Why wouldn't you want to keep playing?
Kind of ending on a high note, and just the team that I played with, I was like, I don't know if I could ever play with people like that again. So
Yeah, you were worried.
yeah, exactly. I was unsure what it was going to be like after that.
So what have you found out so far? I mean, this is year 2. We're just getting started.
I think it's never the same, but it's better in different ways.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot more free time, so it's nice to hang out with my friends outside of like softball all the time, which I like.
High school, what else did you play sports-wise?
I played basketball for my freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah, and that's it?
Yes.
And then it was like softball just to the grind?
It kind of just took over my whole life type of thing.
Is it your favorite sport?
I think so, yeah. If you would have asked me when I was younger, I think I would say basketball. But,
really?
Yeah.
What do you love about softball?
I think the fact that it's a very individual sport, but also a team sport. Like, it's individual in the way that, like, when you're up to bat, it's you against 9 other people, kind of.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not the only one that gets to hit. Your whole team gets to hit. Your whole team gets to play defense.
That's exactly. I played baseball at the college level as well, and that's exactly why I loved baseball because, I was a pitcher, and I get the one-on-one. It's me against you, but I also have a team, and you know what I mean. We're working together. That's the great thing about baseball and softball in my eyes. So you come to EOU. You said it's a lot different than Moses Lake, or is it Moses Lake?
Yes.
Yeah, Moses Lake, and you said you must be I've never been to Moses Lake, so tell me a little bit about it.
Definitely a desert. We do get all 4 seasons, which is nice, but no trees like this, no mountains, anything like that. So
So outside wise, environmentally, Eastern Oregon, yes, yay or nay?
I like it.
Yeah?
I'm glad that I experienced it at least once, and I could see myself living in a place like this again.
Oh, you like
Yeah,
the
I do
outdoors
like it.
and trees and
Yeah.
all that. Softball wise, do you have like somebody that you like try to emulate or somebody that like a lot like watching? I mean, I like watching a lot of college softball, all levels. So do you have somebody that like comes to mind?
Not one person specifically, but I like different aspects from like a lot of different players, which I like. Some players just how they carry themselves on and off the field. I like other people just like how they swing and how they react to when things don't go their way. I try to like look at and be like, okay, I like how they did that. I want to make that more of what I do.
Yeah,
Type of
but
thing.
softball's, a lot of people say like 90% mental,
It
maybe
is.
even more.
Yeah.
And so the way you react has a lot to do with
Exactly.
everything that's going on. What's the hardest part about softball for you?
I think like just staying composed. Like when things aren't going your way, I find it hard sometimes, like hitting especially. If I'm in a slump,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get like it's very frustrating. But finding a way to get yourself out of that and come back, I think is challenging but worth it.
I was watching a thing on Sports Center. This is probably 5, 10 years ago, but it had Pete Rose, Frank Thomas, and Alex Rodriguez, who are three great hitters, right? And they asked Pete Rose what he did when he was in a slump. Pete Rose, one of the greatest hitters ever, the all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball history. And he said the only thing that he ever did was move in the batter's box. Nothing else. Everybody
Yeah.
choke up, do this,
Yeah.
do that, change your. He said all I did was either move up or back in the batter's box, or closer to the plate, or further away. If I was in a little slump, and
Yeah.
mentally that would just reset him.
Exactly.
Because it's all like we were
It
saying,
is. It's
a mental
mental.
game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you try to change so much when really like nothing's wrong. It's just like what you're deciding to swing at instead of like something mechanically wrong with your swing.
Yeah, 100%. What about you? What are you going to school for?
I want to be a pharmacist.
I wanted to be a pharmacist at one time.
Yes. So pre-pharmacy.
Yeah, which is a pain. Where do you want to go to pharmacy school? We only have two in Oregon, Oregon State and Pacific.
I'm thinking so far I've kind of gone bigger places every time I've moved schools. I think Boise would be nice just to experience a bigger city.
Does Boise State have a pharmacy program? Okay.
And then I also know that WCU Tri-Cities has one, which is closer to home, which is why I like that option.
Pharmacist is a very thankless job, though.
True.
It's great paying, and and the job security is wonderful,
Yes.
right? Which is why I looked into it. Like they're hiring pharmacists all the time, but people who need their pills are not always the greatest people on the planet. They're not always
that
real
is
happy.
true. I feel like I don't know. I could do it. I've always wanted to like help somebody. I know that like doctor for a long time was like, oh, I think I could do that, and then blood and broken bones. I was like, no way. That does not seem like something I want to do. But I feel like pharmacy is still in that like area, but not quite as involved.
Yeah,
with
not
that.
as I get it. Who's your hero?
Probably my grandpa.
Why?
I don't know. He's just very hardworking, sets a good like role model for me at least. I don't know. He jokes around a lot, but he loves big, which I like.
Yeah, that's cool. What about like team wise? What's your guys' goals this year? I'm only expecting one answer right here. So if you don't give it to me, I might not be real happy.
I mean, obviously the main goal is to win the whole thing, but I think we have to set goals before every game now. And a big one that I always put is just like win every inning. Because if you win every inning, obviously you're going to win the game. Exactly. And just having small goals like that make the big goals more achievable.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to say like, oh yeah, of course we want to win. Everybody wants to win the whole thing. But in order to reach that goal, what little steps are we going to do every day, every inning, every pitch in order to help us achieve that?
Yeah, I agree. I think we often get overshadowed at EOU. So it kind of puts us in a position of like, it doesn't like it's actually a win-win for us in my
Exactly.
eyes. Like, oh yeah, count us out. Go ahead and see
Exactly.
what happens. But I think it would be. I'm gonna just go out there and say it. I think it'll be a disappointment if you guys don't make the national tournament, which I think you're going to. I mean, I can't see this team not making it. What about you personally? What do you want to? What do you want to do?
I always say,
Softball wise, yeah.
like, be the best teammate I can be in whatever role I'm playing. Like, last year I feel like it was hard playing like 50-50, half the games sitting out. But it really taught me how to be a good team player. I feel like cheering on the team, knowing what's going to be best for the team and how I can still benefit them, even if I'm not playing 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And then it also helps you make the best of the moments that you are playing and like not take it for granted.
Yeah, I agree. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Oh my
You'll
god.
like go order it? Like you'll order pineapple on pizza?
Yes. Okay, my mom hates it, but the rest of my family likes it. So.
Huh. So yeah, mom gets to pick it off.
Yes, exactly.
What's your favorite food? Like what's your go-to? It can be like a restaurant food. It can be something mom cooks, dad cooks, you cook.
Oh, my dad when he cooks steak. Every time before I'm about to leave back to school, I get steak, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese.
And you're happy.
Yes.
And that's
Best
just like
meal
comfort
ever.
food for you.
Exactly.
But then you know why he does that, right? Because he wants you to miss it. He wants you to
exactly.
come back.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a
Yeah,
parent. I mean,
exactly.
like if I feed them really good, like they'll come back
Exactly.
for sure. You got your phone?
I do. Yeah.
What's the last song that you listened to?
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Yeah, check it out.
It's Cole by Dylan Gossett.
Okay, that's got to be some sort of country, I would
Yes.
imagine.
Yes.
That sounds like a country name.
Yes.
Have you picked your walkout songs for this year yet?
Okay, so
You get two. You get to have two.
Yes, and I'm very superstitious. Last year, I had Animals by Nickelback.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I really liked it. But this year I'm trying to go for a different kind of vibe, and so we'll see. It's unwritten, so we'll see how it goes.
Are you only going to use one?
Usually I do. I don't know why. It's very superstitious. I'm like, if this works, I'm going to stick with it. Why change it up?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Do you so like music wise does it play a big role? Like, do you listen to music before the game? Like a lot of athletes do.
Yes, I always listen to Animals no matter what. I don't know why I love that song, but it's just I feel like it kind of hypes me up,
Yeah.
in that type of way. Other than that, though, not really. My dad, I remember when I was younger, he always used to play me like rock and like Eye of the Tiger before
to get
games and
pumped
stuff like
up.
that. And I'd be like, oh, okay. But now I feel like that I choose like those kind of songs too.
I was telling Kelly the other day, my son's walk up song when he played. He wrestles in college now, but when he played baseball, his walk up song was Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
And then my walk up song, which this is a long time ago, and back then, like we didn't get to like choose a lot of like kind of the music that kids are choosing nowadays. But mine was Cheeseburger in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett, which is big. I mean, that's baseball music right there. What about a superpower? If you could pick a superpower to have, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Maybe to like teleport places.
That's mine too. Yeah, definitely.
I hate driving sometimes.
Yep.
I'm just like, I wish I could just be there already.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hate driving and I hate flying because I'm afraid of heights. So it's like, just teleport me there. I'd be perfectly like we could snap our fingers and we're on a beach in like Tahiti or something like.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible, but it would be really awesome.
But maybe.
Yeah,
I
who
guess.
knows? I mean, we see new things every day.
Yeah.
You never know. Okay, so A couple more questions, and I'll get you out of here. If you had to choose one or the other, 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, both have their pluses. 5 years in prison, at least you still know what's going on. Like, you're not, like, disconnected.
Yeah. But you're also...
Exactly. 10
you
years
just
in a
got out of
coma,
prison.
like, you don't experience it, at least, you know? It's just like you wake up and everything's different.
But you miss everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think 5 years in prison.
I'm doing 5 years in prison too.
Yeah.
Even though when you get out, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're in
Yeah.
prison. You're gonna be in good shape. You're gonna
Exactly.
be smarter. You might get another degree while you're in there.
Exactly.
I mean, I rather than wake up 10 years and all your friends have like 7-year-old kids.
Exactly.
And
you're like, whoa, what the heck
well,
happened?
you have no idea who the president
Yeah.
is. No, I'm not. I ain't cool with that. Last question. Pretend like I'm a senior in high school.
Okay.
You get to recruit me to come play softball at EOU. What are you going to tell me?
I would say that if you really like having a team environment that really cares about you as a person, not just you as a player, Eastern Oregon would be a good place for you to come. It has a great environment, not even inside softball, but outside. It's nice to play and look at the mountains every day, you know, there's things to do outside and stuff like that. And I just feel like as a community, they care for you, which I really appreciate.
I love that. Eastern Oregon, she's EOU softball senior Maddie Olson. I'm Dazzy. Maddie, thanks. I appreciate you.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Let's go this year. You know what I mean? Let's go. Hit a lot of bombs. This girl right here can straight up swing it. And when I say that, I mean it. My next guest, this is the second time I've had her on the show. I'll tell you a funny story. I forgot that I had her on the show for an interview before. And we started the interview and I'm, asking her all these questions, and she's like, yeah, like last time. And I'm like, oh, wait, Kelly, I've already interviewed you. Now, if you've seen some of my stuff, you know that I've interviewed a lot of EOU kids. This is the first time I've ever forgot that I'd already interviewed somebody. But, we powered through it. She's Kelly Monaghan. Here it is. Kelly, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So this is year 3.
Yep.
Year 3. It seems like it's been more than that.
So long, but...
So you came right at the end of COVID.
Yes. I mean, I had my senior year to play.
Yeah.
And then came over here.
So high school-wise, when did COVID hit for you? Your junior year?
My mid-sophomore year.
Mid-sophomore year.
Yep, it was my second semester.
Wow. And what was that like? Just
softball, it was tough. We were excited. My junior year of high school softball, we didn't get to do postseason, and we could have ran all the way.
Oh,
so that
man,
was
that's a
bummer.
Bummer. You never get any of that back either. That's the tough part about it. Why Eastern Oregon? Why EOU? What brought you here?
I mean, I had a connection through my high school coach. His daughter played here. That was the easiest in. But once I stepped on the field and came to LeGrand, which I had never been here before, I loved it. I mean, a small town community, rural university. That's just the mountains, Eagle Cap. I just felt like it was home here.
Yeah. You got a ski resort like 45 minutes away, which is
and
pretty
I've been
important
there
to you.
a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I know. One of the questions I asked Nicole was like, how do you like it when your players snowboard and ski in the off season? And she just scowled at me.
Yeah. It's a mental reset for me.
Yeah.
It's something I have to do. And thankfully, again, I found a home where she's there to support me. She goes, I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
And we have this mutual, I'm safe. I'm not pushing it, know, but I'm having fun.
Yeah,
and
that's what snowboarding and skiing is for a lot of people. Believe it or not, it's just like that mental reset, like being out. For me personally, I'd rather be on the beach.
That's okay.
Nice and warm on the beach, maybe like out on a boat. But that's everybody's different.
Get out,
Yeah.
So.
What position do you play?
Left field, and I catch.
Yeah, you're utility basically.
Yeah, I've been a utility all my whole career.
So as a younger kid, what other sports did you play?
It was mainly softball. I mean, I did soccer when I was really, really young.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to keep running up and down a field.
Yeah,
I
running sucks.
love softball. I
And
mean,
that-
I had other hobbies outdoors, but that was the only.
High school, only softball
I
all the way
played
through.
volleyball my senior year, just kind of like a let's do it. I've enjoyed it, but I never played on a team.
Yeah.
Tried out, and it was like the best time ever.
I mean, you're not short,
No.
so that probably
So
helped
it
out
helped,
a
and
little
I
bit.
mean, I was a hitter, so that was fun.
Yeah,
but-
the sound when your hand hits the ball, I love that sound.
It was
That's one of my
awesome.
favorite. It's like the crack of the bat to me. Like I love it. So hobbies. Let's talk about that. What
gosh.
do you like to do outside of obviously snowboarding?
Snowboarding for
Yeah.
sure. I think we've talked about this. I ride dirt bikes,
Yeah.
quads, going to the dunes. That's a big thing for my family. Camping, trying to get more into like hiking, backpacking, kayaking, paddleboarding, wakeboarding at like Shasta Lake or Sea-Doos, sit-downs. Trying
We're
to
just so
see it all.
so with you, like we're just gonna kind of touch a little bit on some of the stuff we talked about before, and then we're gonna move on to like the what's changed since then. What's changed with this team, especially like what's different for you?
Well, right now it's tough because we had games canceled. We haven't found our on-field chemistry, but
Yeah.
But I
We
feel like
haven't been on the field.
I know. This snow. But as a whole, we're learning like our like ticks, our frustrations as a team. So I think once we do get to play, it'll really start clicking. I think we're becoming really familiar with each other, and we're just so eager to play that everybody's on that same mindset. Like, let's go, let's get it, let's just run through competition.
What's different about this team this year compared to the team that won the CCC tournament last year? Outside, I mean, obviously the big obvious is we don't have Kaylee Hoskins. But what's different about this team?
I think we have so many pitchers that have such unique like strengths to them, and like we hit live today, and it was just you see one pitcher, you move to the next cage, you see another, and it's completely different. You don't know what to expect. Hitting wise, I think we're a lot more consistent. Like we have a lot of power, and we got speed for sure. I think that's a huge. Even just doing base running or situations, we got wheels.
When you guys are all together, you know, like at practice, like who's the serious one? Like who's the one that's just like, come on, you know, there's always that serious player.
Our middle infield is pretty locked in.
Yeah, so Maddie Durham and I don't even know who the shortstop is anymore. I mean, we don't have Maddie Statler anymore. So Statler, who is it?
Maddie D's been over there at short for us.
Oh, she moved to shortstop. So who's playing second?
We got 3.
3?
Yes.
3 people playing second.
Grace, Lex, and Olivia.
And they're all serious?
I mean, I kind of miss the middle infield because I'm either way out in left field or catching, which is a bummer. And I only really get to see Maddie because I'm right behind her.
Yeah.
But they're all competing, working.
Who's the goofball on the team?
Man, I feel like it's me.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you look in the dugout, pretty much everybody's goofy on
Pretty
the
much.
softball team.
Yeah, we got our props, and I'm excited
That's
to see what we have
crazy.
this year. I don't know what's coming.
That horse one last year, I almost fell over. That thing
Haley's
looked
unicorn?
creepy, man. Yes, it creeped me out.
Yeah.
What do you guys when you're in practice say? What are you guys telling each other? Like what's the outlook for this season?
So far, it's just all been support. I mean, mistakes are going to happen. A lot of us are like self-criticism and can get down. So it's really easy to just be supportive of each other and recognize when somebody's beating themselves up and just like, dude, you got it. So I think they were working through that.
What about like what are you guys telling yourselves you're going to do this year? Like what's your goal? Like where do we want to be?
It's always nationals.
Yeah, it has
like
to
make
be, right?
make history for sure. I think big thing this year is focusing on one step at a time. I think thinking too far in the future, like nationals over the head, like when it's our first like regular season games, is a little too much pressure. I think if we get game by game, weekend by weekend, we'll be successful.
When they released the first CCC poll, and a certain team was ahead of you guys in the poll, and then the national poll came out,
and you guys were ahead of that team. What were the ladies saying?
I think it just
Be honest too.
fuels our fire. That's frustrating.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
For reals.
Me too. It's okay. They just don't see what we can do, so let's show them when we get that opportunity. That's all that tells me.
Basically, they say, okay, you lost your number one pitcher, so we're gonna say. But then at least we got some national respect. I mean,
This is true. Yeah.
I don't disagree with us being third. I disagree with us being fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, third is okay. Fourth is not okay to me.
Yeah.
Like, and that really it got me irked up too. I was texting Nicole. I was like, "This is a joke. Like, come on, we got it. Like, it's crazy." What about you personally? What do you want? What do you want out of your junior season?
Always get better. Enjoy it. I mean, it feels like I've been here forever, but also I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Just making the most of every opportunity.
Yeah.
Not letting it get away from me. Helping everybody be successful is like the biggest thing for me.
What's is there something that you like fall back on, like personally, like a mantra or a saying, or like something that you do to really lock in when it comes to softball?
I always gotta like music helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm thinking, so then I gotta reset and just focus on one thing. I really gotta focus on one thing at a time, or rely on.
You say
other
that like
people.
you focus on a lot of things at a lot of times.
Oh yeah. In the box especially, I'm up there and I'm just
Yeah, you're
spinning.
thinking like,
Right.
my favorite color is blue, and
Yeah.
what did I have for lunch yesterday? And
So.
what music? Like, what do you? I know you're a rock and country girl, but like,
Yeah.
what song right now is your like lock-in song? You got one?
I don't. Somebody always asks me,
doesn't
give me
matter?
one song, and
Yeah.
I can't give you
What's your
one song.
walk-up song? I forgot.
See,
I probably
we get
know
two.
it. Yeah, I know. I probably know them, but you'll have to remind me.
We get two. I haven't picked my number one. My day two is Bawataba by Kid Rock.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
But that's new. Is that new this year?
Yeah, I
What
tried
was
to
your
switch
What
it.
was yours last year?
It was I had a German song, and then I don't remember the second one was a corn song.
A corn song?
Yeah, I think
So you're going to go with Kid Rock, and you haven't picked out your number one yet.
No, I don't know my number
Are you
one.
going rock or country?
I haven't done country yet. That's
want-
more of like my piece, not like let's get at her.
I like the diversity of the walk-up songs that you guys all have. Everybody's
Our
got
team
something different.
always
Yeah.
brings, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
And then I'm on deck. just
Yeah, I
vibing
see
to
that
it.
all the time. And everybody pretty much, like if you go down the lineup, you're like, oh, this person's got a rap song. The next person might have country, and it's that kind of shows the diversity on the team.
Yeah.
With that being said, what do you guys do to obviously we haven't taken the field yet this year. What are we doing to like promote camaraderie and really try to bring this team together?
We've done a few team bondings. We just had like a paint
night. Yeah, I saw.
That was cool. A lot of girls get together and have like game nights, and we do team dinners a lot. With like the snow, it's been a little bit hard to get out and like do stuff, but just focusing on making sure we're mixing up girls. We'll do coffee dates, pick a girl and take her and
It's
just
very
check
important
in.
to not click up, as you know.
Especially female sport.
Yeah, and
Sport in
it's
general,
really
too.
easy to click up with girls that are your same age, ladies that are
Oh, yeah.
your same grade that you've been playing with. But it's so important to make sure that those younger players, especially now for upperclassmen like you, to make sure that they're involved in everything. Because
Right.
otherwise, you might lose a diamond in the rough if you don't.
Yeah.
What about so on this team this year? If you had to like rate it compared to the last two teams, where does it sit right now? So obviously we're early in the season. Last year we made the turn. Did we make the national tournament the year before?
No.
We didn't. We went
freshman year.
national, no national, national.
Correct.
Okay, so I mean obviously, I would say the first year has to go out the window because we didn't make the national tournament. So, but like camaraderie wise, where are we at? Like, so if you look at the last 2 years compared to this year,
I think we're right there. It's a different aspect that we're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
But I think it's equal or better comparison. I think we're always improving. A lot of new girls, so talented. Again, the speed is really making a difference.
It really does.
So I don't know. It is really early, but I have full confidence in this group.
One thing that you feel like the team as a whole can do better.
I mean, we're in 5 a.m.s right now, so just kind of like those nonverbal communications. Girls are getting frustrated. I guess we're hitting off our pitchers, and they're killing it. Just little tiffs and stuff.
Yeah.
We're figuring out, what triggers somebody.
Yeah.
But again, we haven't been on the field, and I think we're all so eager
Just
that
itching.
we're just so tense, so frustrated, and then sometimes people can receive that wrong.
All right. What's one strength of this team?
Physically, definitely speed.
Speed, yeah. But like, let's talk more about like mental strength.
I think we do have a lot of supportive, positive attitudes. A lot less like bad eggs. It's when somebody does have a negative attitude, it gets shut down pretty quickly. It doesn't spread throughout the team because you have so many high positive individuals that like fight that, and so we maintain a constant.
Obviously, you said goal-wise is national tournament for this team. It's the toughest conference in the whole country.
Oh,
There's no
absolutely.
question. And we proved it again last year.
Yep.
Like, they can't say that it's not. What do you guys got to do to get I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be it's a long haul.
long
It's a
road.
lot of games.
And we haven't been out there. Like I said, one thing at a time I think will really help us.
Yeah.
That pressure of like, oh, we got to make the nationals, oh, rankings. Like, that's not going to help me at my first at bat. That's not going to help me when we're down by a run in the game 2.
Yeah.
One game, one day at a time is honestly, I think, the best strategy for us to get
I would
there.
agree with you 100%. What about you personally? What do you want like out of this season? Like, what do you like? Do you want to just do well? You know what I mean? Like, what do you got?
I mean, always I want to perform well. I
You
think
should.
Learning how to be a leader and to help everybody, because there's more outside of softball. There's a bigger goal, but making sure we're all on the same page anyway that I can personally. I mean, whether that is having a productive at-bat or going all out for a ball, those little things, just so we can get there and make history.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's cool that you guys get to battle against Nicole, who's your head coach, her team's record. You know what I mean? Like, which is
cool.
the team that made it the furthest ever, and you guys have a chance to
Absolutely.
with her as the coach, which makes it really cool.
We just got to have that confidence, I think.
I agree. I mean,
'Cause
we have the skill.
It's there.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
there
absolutely.
for sure.
The speed, the skill, the pitching, the hitting.
Yep, I
we
agree.
just got to click, get on the field first, figure
Yeah,
out
get
how
rid
we
of
work
this
together.
dang snow, man.
But
Awesome.
once we click and figure that out.
I love it. Eastern Oregon, she's EOU junior softball player Kelly Monaghan. I'm Dodzy. Kelly, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Man, that's embarrassing. I can't believe that I forgot, but at the same time, you're deserving of being, she catches, she's a utility player. She'll play anywhere Coach Christian puts her. She's awesome, you know what I mean? So I don't mind interviewing her twice. Like I said, this EOU softball team's looking to make the national tournament, win the CCC. I mean, their goals are high, as they should be. None of this is possible without Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Go check out the Pro Shop. Dana and his team have redone it, and it's absolutely gorgeous in there. They have a great selection of golf attire, clubs, balls, anything you need. Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Meet me at the peak. Softball-wise, like I said, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. That's all I got for you, Eastern Oregon. I appreciate you. I'm Dodzy, and I'm out.